We apologize in advance, but today we're pretty tired and we stumble over our words a lot.
We?
Okay, me.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We're back. And we actually have a cute backdrop this time.
I know. Welcome to my apartment.
Versus the white void of my office.
Hey, you look like you own a house, and I look like I rent one, so... You put all your money into owning one. I put all my money in decorating it.
Okay, I'll give you that much. Cheers to me for that.
I don't have one if you're not watching our video, which you should be on our new YouTube channel.
Because do you know how much effort this is?
So much effort. So much effort that we couldn't get the first episode to be fully up.
That was mostly my fault, just because my phone didn't feel like recording at one time. I literally just had to like double check to make sure we were recording now.
We are. We have the red light.
Do you like me like squinting though? Like, I think I talked about this on the last one, but like I can't wear my glasses because there's too much glare and it's not cute.
I know, and like filming it does add a level of stress. Like my hair, I look like a poodle today. I'm not wearing makeup. I am sweating.
It's humid. Like we're right by the ocean.
It is quite humid, and not that I forgot, but I was so busy to like get ready, and like my body is not regulating without a fan. Like we have the window shut, like no fan on.
Yeah, we can't have the fan on because then you'll just hear like a casual whoosh.
I know. I was in a meeting with the VP of our company today, and he said that my hair looked voluptuous because it was like the fan was right next to me because I was like sweating so much that my hair was like going everywhere.
Actually, coincidence. Yesterday, I got the same compliment. They're like, "Oh my god, your hair looks so voluminous today," and I was like, "What does it look like every other time then?"
Also, yeah, what? Like, if I'm getting compliments for my like,
I'm just an asshole though that can't accept a compliment.
Oh no, me too. Like, I want them, but when you give it to me, I'm gonna act like, oh my god. What?
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, you don't say.
Like the whole, oh my god, like I don't look good today. I'm waiting for you to say, no, you look so good. I'll be like, oh my god, shut up.
I'm pretty sure you've said that to me once. I was like, yeah, you look kind of rough today.
Yeah. Sad.
Okay,
Put me in my place.
But like, do you ever feel like when someone gives you a compliment though, like you have to reciprocate? Like
1,000%.
Company Christmas party. Oh my god, you look so good.
Oh my god, you too, girl. Your shoes are insane. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't feel like, I feel like they know I'm not being genuine because I didn't say the compliment first.
Totally. And I'm also like miscompliment when I'm drunk. Like when I'm in the bathroom, I'm like, oh my god, girl, your shirt looks sick. Like let's be friends. Like I'm that weird person. I don't know.
I'm literally the opposite. It's not because I don't like what people are wearing. I'm just like, I don't know what it is. Like we've talked about it. It's so hard for me to even throw a like to people on Instagram. Even our own Instagram account.
Yeah, she doesn't like our stuff.
I'll literally go like once every month or two and just like all of the past posts.
I know, it's like, whoa, you clearly are now on Instagram. But we haven't spoken in about a week. I mean, we've texted a little bit, but I just did Christmas in July with my family.
Okay, you have to explain this because it's the weirdest thing. I need to know first where it originated from and then what it is today. We have a real reason.
First, Christmas in July is a normal thing. It happens in Australia because they're in winter and it's like halfway to Christmas or Christmas in summer, so whatever. I feel like it's an Australian thing, but it's also an East Coast thing. Like I remember my aunt who's in Halifax, she like has a trailer at this like trailer park and it's like really cool. Everyone spends their summer at these the really cool trailers, and then like Santa Claus comes on the same weekend that we did. It was funny. Like I think the last weekend of July or the second last. And people just celebrate. They have they do the whole thing, like Christmas dinner, presents, whatever. I want to preface with saying my family does not do it. Like we've never done it before. But we were supposed to there's like 20 of us that usually get together for Christmas. So Christmas morning, dinner and all that stuff. But with COVID, obviously, we thought we were going to get together. And then a week before, our province put a travel ban, so they couldn't come from out of province, and so we froze eggnog, our cookies, our Christmas cakes that we made, because we're like, we'll just do it at Easter, which is the next thing that we celebrate. And so we saved our Christmas presents because we did Secret Santa, so we all bought our presents. We do a thing called Tacky Christmas gift, so everyone gives one tacky Christmas gift with one nice gift. And we saved it, wanting to do it for Easter, but travel ban was still on. Then we wanted to do it for another holiday, and then finally just happened in Christmas in July. And it was so fun. We got Christmas sarongs for our bathing suits, and it was just a good time overall.
Honestly, Christmas is so stressful, and you guys do it twice a year.
We felt the stress, after, my mom, actually, I didn't really do anything, but my mom and my aunt, cooked the whole turkey dinner with all the fixins, and, oh my god, it was so good.
Can you still get giant turkeys this time of year?
Okay, it was so funny. So I was we have a butcher, my mom has our neighbor is a butcher, and we always like order our turkey and hams from him. And so when I was like, oh my God, did Ed say anything? And she's like, no, it's normal to get a turkey. I'm like, is it? Is it? It's not a seasonal animal.
That's like a Thanksgiving Christmas thing to me.
I've never had a roast turkey.
Maybe Easter.
No.
Maybe.
No, ham is Easter. Get with it.
No.
I curse the people that have turkey at Easter. I don't know. It's like, it's ham. It's ham.
Honestly, my family never really did dinners. We would always do brunches and do like eggs Benny brunches with like hot chocolate and stuff like that.
Fun. But yeah, anyway, honestly, highly recommend Christmas in July. It was so fun. Like we decorated my like fake Christmas tree, put it on the back deck. And then we like opened presents in the morning and like our bathing suits. Like it was so fun. We went in the pool all day. Like it was so fun.
But I remember seeing pictures. Like, were you guys wearing like full on like long sleeve pajamas and stuff? Or am I making shit up in my head?
We wore that. We wore it because
how are you not dying?
We had like fans and stuff on our back deck. No, like we have fans on our deck. Like we didn't put them like they're attached to our deck.
Fancy.
So fancy. It's 2 fans.
That's fun though. I mean, I'm all for a unique tradition. My family never really did anything like that, but if you guys enjoy it, I mean, it's like you guys have such a big family, and if that many people are involved,
we have a big family, and like every person that I told that we're doing, they're like, we're not surprised. Like that's such a golden thing, and I'm like, honestly, it is a golden thing. We take any opportunity to hang out with each other and celebrate.
You guys just like to party.
We like to party.
Like your New Year's parties in the past, like pre-COVID. I'm
Christmas,
like, damn.
and my birthday.
Oh, Christmas, your birthday, New Year's, all rolled into one.
Yeah, me and my sister were born on the same day. Fun fact, 2 years apart. And so we'd always throw like 3 days before Christmas, I should add in. And so my parents, their birthday party for us would be their holiday party, and we were only allowed to like invite 1 or 2 friends until we like turned teenagers. So it was like really funny.
But you guys like when you guys were younger, you guys would take turns picking what you did for your birthday that year, right?
Yeah, or like Sarah would pick what we do in the morning, I would do it the night. I think I've said this multiple times, but she made me sit through Avatar at 11 p.m. on my 16th birthday. Sarah, I'm coming for you. But yeah, so that is my Christmas in July. How was your week?
My weekend was normal.
Yeah.
I don't know, like
you didn't have a huge Christmas turkey dinner?
What am I supposed to be doing? I can't even remember what I did this weekend.
That's a good weekend.
Oh, actually, I went to an engagement party.
Fun.
And it was like in a park and usual. I don't know. I wish I had something more exciting to give you.
Events are exciting. I'm headed. I'll have stories next time because I'm headed on a plane tomorrow for the first time in about a year and a half.
I'm really excited to hear about it.
And I'm going to a wedding to 70 people. You know, I'm fully vaccinated, so I'm gonna fully believe in science, and I'm gonna be good.
I think you'll be fine.
Got my mask. Got my hand sanitizer.
Oh, you're gonna have such a good time. I'm so jealous. I would just love to be in any type of setting where there's like a dance floor and you can dance.
I'm like, rip it up. Like, I'm so excited.
Fucking bitch.
I'm so excited. I'll send you pics. Don't worry.
I'm sure I'll see so many stories. I'll just be so jealous.
Oh, I know. I gotta, like, that's also my downfall. Like, when I'm drunk, I'm just like, post. And then in the morning, I'm like, delete. Like, I do that every time I drink. It's very embarrassing.
I remember a story. I was in Vegas with my girlfriends. Okay. And we got into one of the clubs, and we somehow found a way to get into this guy's booth, and like Martin Garrix was like the DJ that night in this room at this club. Which one was it? Whichever one is in Caesar's Palace.
I was there
at the same time.
I don't know, but Martin Garrix.
He's performed multiple times, I'm sure. Like, he has a fucking residency.
I meant like I've been there. I also have a Vegas story with that exact club, me getting into a table.
Imagine if it was the exact same weekend. That'd be hilarious.
It was like 4 years ago. You remember that? September long weekend?
No, it was like May long for me.
Oh,
2016.
Shit. Okay, we definitely weren't there.
But we somehow, like, we were walking around and we snuck into these guys' like booth just because we wanted to be like close, because it was packed. We got there really late at night, and then the guy's like, yeah, just like come on in, come hang out. And then it was attached to the other booth that was like Martin Garrix's like people's booth.
Oh, amazing.
And then the guy was like, come on over. And we're like,
hell yeah.
Okay. So like literally from this other guy's booth, we're climbing over to get into the other one. Like, I felt so embarrassed, but I was like, fuck it. And so we get into that booth and we're like dancing. We're like standing on the like sofa cushions or whatever. Yeah. We're like dancing. And then one of my friends, she was like tired. She just wanted to like sit for a minute, and she sits down, and literally a guy comes up. He's like, if you're not dancing, you're not here. Like, you need to leave if you're not dancing. Because I mean, of course, I understand the optics. Like, imagine if there was just like a girl just like sitting there like relaxing as Martin Garrix is like fucking. So she was like, can we please leave? And I was like, I'm having such a great time. But back to my embarrassing Instagram story. I was trying to be funny. Like, I was really drunk, and I was like, Martin Garrix at the time had like maybe one popular song, but like no one, well, not no one. I didn't really know anything else. Like, there wasn't anything super mainstream. So like and I'm pretty sure there were Snapchats. This is like still when Snapchat was popular. But I was just like, who is this? And like then the next one's like, no, but seriously, who? Like, I just dragged it on way too long. And then last one, I'm like, okay, but who are you? It's just, I'll show it to you afterwards. I have it.
Can we post it?
Yeah. Okay. It's so embarrassing. I literally look at it, I'm like, wow, Alex, like, you were really cool trying to stick it to them. Like,
that's amazing. Check out our Instagram for that. Actually, before we start, I feel like I should tell my Vegas story. Okay, so me and my sister did a girls' weekend. We were staying at Planet Hollywood, and the night before we were leaving, we were just gonna have like a chill day, like go out for dinner, because we had to be at the airport at 6 a.m. the next morning. We go to the pool. I meet this like famous poker player, and he was like, I want to take you out for the night. And I was like, what? Have my sister? Can she come? He's like, absolutely. Like, I'm taking you girls out. We like opted out of dinner, but we met, and he like took us to this like Vegas show called Absinthe, and we like did the VIP experience. It was really cool. It's like Cirque du Soleil comedy thing. And then he like pulled out a wad of cash. It was $10,000 in cash. Bought a table at Caesars. And so we go there, and he's like, I'm the only person that drinks. He was like, oh, what do you drink? And everyone's like, vodka. And I said, gin. And so he bought like 2 bottles of gin just for me, like the 2-6.
2-6.
It was
just
insane. For you. And do you think I drank it? Probably, because I'm a monster. No, I'm just kidding. Probably not that much. But anyway, so we're partying, and all of a sudden, I'm 5'11", so it's hard for me to feel short, but just towering. Like, I'm a little midget, or I'm a little person in the middle of all these people. And it's the fucking Raiders, the football team.
Jeez.
And so they were like talking to me. I was like partying with the Raiders, like drinking at their booth. Like, it was such a fun night. And then we were like going in to see Martin Garrix, and they were just like, sorry, like this area is full. And then the guy that I was with like said his name. He was like, I'm so-and-so. And he's like, oh, this way. And we were front row.
Wow.
I was like, I don't know who you are. I had him in my phone as Vegas poker player. And he was off to like Rome the next day to play. And then me and my sister got home at 4 a.m. We slept for 30 minutes. And then we got to the airport at 6 a.m. and our flight was delayed for 4 hours. So we sobered up like awake in the airport. So
I hate it when that happens.
Vegas, man.
There are so many times that like I wish that it would be delayed, and it just never was.
I've never wished that.
Well, when you're like really hungover and you're like, fuck, like I would die for an extra couple hours of sleep now.
So true. That moment I wished that I knew it was delayed. I wish I looked at the time. Yeah. Well,
okay, no, I'm not going to get into it because we have so much more content to get through.
Okay, cool. Table it. Let's save it for the next episode.
Do we have a fun segment today?
We do. Okay, so today's episode, we are taking a look back at some of the Nickelodeon childhood stars, kind of like their rise to fame, who they dated, their controversies.
The people that raised us on TV, essentially.
Totally. Like my idols, some of them, not all of them. Only one, really. And then their rise, or their fall from fame. But so to tie this in, I thought that we would combine a game with our new segment, Things That I Learned on TikTok. And I have recently learned a new word from TikTok this year, cheugy.
I hate it so much.
It's the worst sounding.
I just feel attacked every time because there's so many things.
I'm unfortunately cheugy.
I am cheugy.
So we're going to do a test. So for anyone who doesn't know what cheugy is, I'm here to educate you. It can be used broadly to describe someone who is out of date or trying too hard. Both things we do.
So, okay, so what's like something that we can both agree is cheugy? Like live, laugh, love signs.
Okay. Yes, number 1 on my list.
1000%. Those, I got tired of those like when I was still in high school.
I was that person, but I wasn't cheugy when it happened because it was popular, you know?
I feel bad for the people that got them tattooed on themselves.
Yeah, you know what? They deserve it. They deserve it. Yeah. I hope they feel bad because that was a bad life decision in my opinion.
I'm pretty sure I had it like stenciled on my wall at some point.
I had a decals as well. Like, it was
whoever made that quote, I wonder if they like patented it, like kind of like how Paris did like That's Hot.
Oh,
Like,
totally.
I really hope.
I had 3 pictures and it said live, laugh, love, and it was like butterflies, flowers, butterflies, and it was like pink, red, blue.
Live, laugh, love, or live, love, laugh?
Live, love, laugh. No, what? Live.
I say laugh. Live, love, laugh.
Yeah, me too. What did I say?
You said live, laugh, love.
Live, love, laugh. Have you ever seen that live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love? And like that TikTok they're going around because it's like the people that have the live, laugh. They're like live, laugh, love, live, laugh, love. And every scene is like a different thing that says that. Okay, so I'm going to go through a list and say, excuse me. I'm going to go through a list that things that are apparently chuggy, and we're going to see if we still do it or we did like them. The first one was live, laugh, love.
Okay.
Live, love, laugh. I get it wrong all the time. Live, love, laugh.
Live, love, laugh.
Okay, whatever. Fuck
now
it.
I'm questioning everything.
Fuck it. Second one are skinny jeans, which...
No.
Thank you.
They're the only things that look good on my body.
It's the only thing that sucks everything in. Like, we're not gonna...
How can skinny jeans be chuggy, but, like, leggings aren't?
It's so weird to me. And, like, I love a wide leg pant. Like, not a super wide leg, but I do like the boyfriend. Like a boyfriend jean. I will never give up my skinny jeans. And also another thing that apparently is a side part. I still dabble in a side part a few times a week. I don't think...
I'm sorry. I can agree that is chuggy.
So you want everyone in this goddamn world to look the same with the middle part? Like, fuck off.
There's also such thing as a fringe bang front.
Yeah, but no one should get that.
I think it just there was so many extremes of side parts. Like with the middle part,
That's
it's
true.
just a middle part.
Mm-hmm.
But with the side, like you had like the scene kids that literally started like on this side.
Okay, I don't agree with that, but like just like a nice little one, you know, not like totally full side, not toupee-esque. Like
I think I just look at the pictures of myself with side parts, and I like it just makes me look like a high school kid.
Okay, agree to disagree. So we still dabble in skinny jeans. I dabble in side parts.
Yeah.
You do not. Low-rise jeans.
Oh fuck no!
No one should dabble in those. Like
no.
If your body allows you to wear low-rise jeans, I hate you.
What's actually funny? Have you seen? You probably haven't because you don't ever see anything. Whenever I say, have you seen this? Just Go With It, the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, have I ever?
Okay.
Yay.
Okay. Palmer, like the girlfriend, like the hot girlfriend,
Yes.
like beautiful. In the movie, because I guess it came out like 2010, which like low rise, I guess, was still a thing-ish.
Sadly.
And her bathing suit was like the super low rise ones. And like, again, I'm not body shaming because she had a banging body.
No body
but
shaming.
it was like still like, it just wasn't flattering for her body. And then she was wearing like low rise leggings, like they were going on like a hike, and they were just really low, and it was just, it looked so awkward. And I was like, that's unfortunate because she's beautiful.
Stunning.
But this outfit is just killing me.
But yeah, nothing to do with body shaming or way bodies look, but it's just like I don't personally like the look of like pelvic bones being out, or like, you know, it was also really in fashion to have like butterfly tattoos on the groin area.
Yeah.
And so you would wear, or like your thong would come out and like you would see it wearing the jeans. Like, I don't want that to ever come back. Like, that scares the crap out of me. Like, really truly scares me.
Or like tramp stamps.
Mm-hmm. Do you got one?
No.
Oh
my god.
I don't know. You looked at me like, oh, I got one.
No, I was just trying to take a sip of my
Wait,
drink.
should we get matching ones?
tramp stamps?
Made in Canada.
Ew. Might as well, like, have you seen the Jennifer Aniston movie, We're the Millers?
Yo, God,
The girl, Boner Garage.
Boner Garage is like, this is so good. If I was, like, sidetrack, if I was going to get a tattoo, it would probably be like an inside joke. Like, it wouldn't be disgusting, but it would be something kind of like funny to me.
A girl that I worked with, like, back in high school, she was older. She was like the manager of the retail store I worked at. And she told me that her first tattoo was on her butt cheek, and it said, "Honk if you love Jesus." And I was like, all right. And she's like, I got it just to piss off my parents. And I was like, that's like a really in-depth way to piss off your parents.
That is crazy. That's insane. Just to round off these lists, like, really quickly, Uggs, I still wear them.
I still wear them.
Okay, me too. Promposals. Thought that was so funny.
Okay.
Totally agree. I never got one
either.
I got a text saying that he said, I heard I'm on your short list. Do you want to go? And I said, of course.
I wanted to go with guy A, and so I was talking to his friend, and his friend was like, he's for sure gonna ask you. And then he asked someone else, and then his friend was like, well, I guess you don't have anyone to go with. And then he asked me. And I was romantic. Like, he was like a really nice guy, but like honestly, I was like such an awkward person. Like when it comes to like, they're supposed to put your corsage on and you're supposed to put on their boutonniere. I was like, okay, I put my corsage on here. I'll like fucking do your boutonniere. Like I did not make it.
My date's mom helped us.
Well, I was dating someone like at the time too. Well, like after. No, he asked me when I was still single, but when it came to actual,
I think
like...
you have talked about this.
Yeah, when it came to the actual grad prom, whatever you want to call it.
I agree that it's outdated, but, like, all my friends got one, so kind of wish that I had a little bit more than a text, but, those are the things that I don't hold on to.
I'm going to say that it is chuggy just because it's overrated.
1,000%. It's not worth it. Get over it. Who cares?
It's also, like, it kind of goes in the same vein as these, like, elaborate engagement proposals. Like, they're kind of cringe. Like, I told Steve... Don't do anything embarrassing, like, because I will be so focused on everyone staring at me that I won't be able to focus on this moment. So, like, he did it when it was, like, just the two of us in our Airbnb in Rome.
In my opinion, how it should be done. Yeah. Like, it's a personal moment. It should be with the people that you love.
I actually told him that the exact moment I wanted was from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
What was that? I can't remember.
When, like, he just proposes to her in bed. And I don't know why, and I think it's just because I love that actor.
Yeah.
Aiden from Sex and the City. I don't remember what his name is. John Corbett, I want to say. Anyways.
It's similar to my parents' engagement. They got engaged, quote unquote, in bed. And basically my dad said, when are we getting married? And she said, I don't know. He's like, well, my parents are coming this date. Maybe we should do it then.
Parents' proposals are so much more different. Like,
so
they're just
funny.
like, they just did it out of pure utility, it feels like.
My parents didn't want to get married or have kids, but here we are, 40 years later. They're married and has 2 kids. So. Okay, last 3 ones. Tapestry and fairy lights. A little Attack of the Fairy Lights. I do love
Which
those.
Ones, like, those are just like the little, like...
Just the little fairy lights. Yeah. I love them.
I'm in the middle.
Christmas. Oh my God, they're so good. Tiffany & Co.
Chuggy.
I do agree that it's like over with because like on my 16th birthday I got my charm. It was like all the rage, but now I don't wear it. But I do love Tiffany. Me and my cousin and my sister, we go to New York and we bought like a Tiffany necklace, and we're gonna every time we go to New York we're gonna buy a Tiffany piece just because it's like means
like
something
almost
between
like
us.
A charm necklace.
Absolutely not. Individual pieces. Like, I'm gonna go and buy something else. Like,
honestly, like my necklace, I actually got it as like a wedding gift from my stepdad.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Tiffany?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. See? Okay, when I
This is part of the Atlas collection.
Oh, cute.
And of course, my necklace boob is showing.
I hate the necklace boobs. When I think of Tiffany & Co. being chuggy, I think of like the chuggy charm bracelets that we all had when we were 16.
I had a fake one. And then my mom had like the real, what was it? No, fake necklace, real bracelet. But they were so chunky. Like, you hit everything.
I still have mine in my room, and so I got for my 16th birthday, and then my dad sold our car with it in the glove box, so my mom had to buy me a new one.
Oh my God. Ooh.
Okay, last one, because I know we both will be offended. Twilight is chuggy, but we love them.
It is, but I love it. Have you been seeing, like, it's trending on TikTok right now because it got released in the States.
Oh, okay, because I rewatched it like 5 months ago. Where was everyone?
I know, they just re-released it on Netflix, so everyone's like losing their fucking mind about it, and I'm just like, yes, this is what I live for.
So,
I actually tried to convince Steve to rewatch them again.
I'll rewatch them with you.
But I will preface that, like, I'm not obsessed with it. I was not part of the fandom. I just, like, there's just something, like, nostalgic about, like, the time the movies came out. Yeah, they're comforting.
It's the worst acting I've ever seen yet. Like, my favorite.
You imprinted on my daughter?
This is her the whole movie.
Where have you been, Loca?
Why can't I think? I have so many lines that I love talking about. Yeah, you imprinted on my daughter is like a high on my list.
Name my daughter to the Loch Ness Monster.
Like, Bella, get your shit together.
I don't know how she still has a career after that movie.
I don't know. She's doing well. She does well.
Well, I guess like the last movie she was in was the Charlie's Angels reboot, and that did literally shit at the box office. It was terrible. To see it,
so.
And then literally they blamed it on women not supporting women. That's why they said it didn't do well at the box office.
We hate that.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So ridiculous. Let's move on. I can't talk about it anymore. Good transition. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to transition into, we both picked 2 of our, we won't say like favorite Nickelodeon stars, but like 2 Nickelodeon stars that fascinate us, maybe are in the news lately. Give you guys a rundown on who they are, what they were.
I would say we picked the ones that were the juiciest.
Hell yeah, we love a juicy story.
Because you got to have a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Amen.
And you can't just pick someone that's just been doing well, like Hilary Duff, for example. She's doing well.
Love her.
Love her.
Like, obsessed.
She just did everything right.
I could do a whole episode on like why I fucking love her, and like her albums in depth. I can sing the songs for you guys. Like it could be cool.
I remember in grade 7, that's when we were like learning how to do like giant essays, and so you were supposed to pick one song, and then the whole essay was going to be like breaking down the song. And I did Hillary Duff Come Clean.
Yeah, on Metamorphosis, the best album of all time.
But like, why did I choose that song? Like I literally just chose it because I liked it, but not because it was like meaningful.
You had a secret. You had a chair, and you just like were wanting to come clean.
I literally remember because you had to, at the end of the semester or whatever you want to fucking call it, like you had to read the essay in front of everyone, and it was like me talking about how I'm such a good singer, and like my family just keeps telling me to sing, and I'm like, I literally just want to punch myself in the head right now just thinking about it.
I did an essay on Justin Bieber in high school.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, do you want to go first or me?
I can go first because I think you went first last time.
Perfect. Who do you want to put in the spotlight first?
Okay, today I will be roasting our main man, Drake Bell.
He's a little cringy every time I hear his name.
Honestly, he looks like a creepy man. Like he was good looking for his time back in the day.
He was good looking for like teenagers. Like
yeah,
he never grew out of his look. Like he never matured.
Yes.
So that was the issue. So it's like I thought he was cute when I was 12, but now as a 27-year-old, he looks the same, and I find him really creepy looking.
Yeah. Because it's kind of like you look at people like Nick Jonas, like Babyface was very good looking for his time, had the curly hair, and now he's like just
bone structure,
everything.
He could have a couple inches on his height, but he's truly everything.
Well, anyway. I guess so. Priyanka has no issue with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't go into those two. Those freak me out. Drake Bell, please continue.
All right, Drake Bell. Okay. So I'm going to break it down into rise to fame, some fun facts, and then their fall from fame.
Love that.
And then where the fuck are they now?
That's all we care about.
Okay, rise to fame. So for anyone who doesn't know who Drake Bell is, so he started acting when he was 5 years old, and he did his first gig as a Whirlpool appliance commercial. Big break. His first, like, he did show appearances on, like, Home Improvement. He was also in the movie Jerry Maguire and an episode of Seinfeld.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was probably just, like, a fucking extra.
But
like,
still, that's
I will say, this is all Wikipedia because...
If it made his IMDb page, it's real.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so... He was starting to gain traction when he was younger, so much so that, like, in 2000, he was nominated for a Young Artist Award for his role as Calf Redding in a made-for-television film called The Jack Bull. I've never fucking... Have you heard of it?
It's one of my favorites.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, my God. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I like indie movies, yeah.
Okay, so the first time that I knew Drake Bell existed was from his appearances on The Amanda Show. The iconic Amanda Show, which I think we're going to get into
I think so.
So fun fact, I don't know if you remember, but he performed a song on the show.
No.
Do you remember?
No.
Okay, so like, because he's also into music. Like, he started playing guitar
Was it a melody or like a love song or something?
Like, can't you see I'm in love with you?
Oh,
okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, anyways, I was obsessed with it.
Okay.
But this was like before the days of like YouTube where you could like go rewatch the clip 1,000. So anytime it was on TV, I would be like buzzing and being like, oh my God, this is the episode that it's in.
That's amazing.
And then finally, I found it somewhere like online, and I was just so fucking excited about this song that I literally like could not contain myself. I remember calling my dad, or my dad called me actually, because he was like, oh, I'm like coming to pick you up or something. And I was like, Dad, you have to listen to this song. And I literally run over to our speaker, because I don't know like what your family setup was like, but our desktop computer, our speaker was on the other side of the room.
Oh, not us, but they were detached.
Yeah. It was like those detachment, but we had ones like all around the room.
Surround sound
so
computer.
I would like, yeah. So like I ran the phone to the stereo, and I made him listen to like a 2-minute song on the phone. Like he's probably like sitting on the phone like, Alexandra, please fucking get back on the phone.
Wait, sorry, that gives me wrong. Do you remember like before we could download things on YouTube, like you would record you would put your phone up to the speaker and record it, and you can listen back. Like, I have cringy memories of that.
Fuck, kids will just never know the struggle.
Literally, no one doesn't know what a cassette player is, and it was really sad. And I was like, I don't even want to tell you. Like, I don't even want to explain it to you. You don't deserve it.
Poor kid.
I
know. Okay, so in 2003, after he was on The Amanda Show, he was cast in a new show alongside his co-star, Josh Peck, Love Josh Peck.
Love him.
And Josh Peck was also on the Amanda Show, which I totally forgot about.
I know.
He was always just like the little fat kid.
He never got the... I mean, he got the praise he deserves. He's amazing. The praise he deserves,
yeah. So both Drake and Josh Peck, they got a new show through Nickelodeon called Drake and Josh, like an original. Drake was doing some music around this time, so his song was featured as the theme song of the show. I'm not gonna lie, I never watched Drake and Josh. Did you?
I did. Oh, yeah. Loft, they were like brothers or half brothers.
I couldn't even tell you.
And then Carly, where iCarly came from.
Yeah, I get into that.
Oh, sorry. Please continue.
So from this, like, it was such a popular show that he went on to win 3 Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards back to back, like 3 years in a row for favorite TV actor.
Wow.
Like, which is insane to me because he's so gross. It would be
interesting to know, like, who was in the categories, just to see what he was up against.
That's true. He also had guest spots on a new show, iCarly, which was a spinoff of one of the characters from the Drake and Josh show, starring Miranda Cosgrove. Wait, so was it? She was the same character, or was it
same character?
So so it was a spinoff. Okay, cool. Just
spitting my Nickelodeon facts.
Solidifying everything I need. So in terms of his music, which I just found like kind of interesting, so he did okay in the States. Like he would, like, whenever he released an album, like one of them, the highest one he ever hit was number 81 on the Billboard 200. So like, okay.
But like he made it. Where's your song? Just kidding.
Yeah, okay.
Just kidding. But yeah,
but in like Mexico, he would reach like number 4. Like he would do so well in the Latin market. And literally his tickets for shows in the Latin market would sell out in minutes. Like, people are going nuts for him down there.
That's crazy.
I wonder if he's partial, now that I think about it. Like, if he's like partial Latin.
Part Latin? Maybe.
Latin. I don't know. I should have looked that up.
I mean, you're the Drake Bell expert.
Okay, let's get into the fun shit.
Okay.
The fall from fame.
Ooh.
Okay, so first... in 2015, he was arrested for a DUI in California. Basically, police officers like witnessed him swerving and like driving over the speed limit, all that good stuff. He was released on a $20,000 bond and pleaded not guilty. And of course, the celebrity treatment. So he was found guilty, and he was only sentenced to 4 days in jail and 4 years probation, and had to go to alcohol education programs. And he only served 1 day in jail for good behavior. Typical.
LA County Jail is known for that because they have overcrowding.
Everywhere has overcrowding, I feel like.
I know. And they're celebrities, I guess.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay. Then this is not the funnest part, but the most up-to-date part. So this has literally just happened June 2021. So like,
oh, shoot.
Like a month and a bit ago.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm like actually surprised. I read the articles.
Okay, so... in June 2021, Drake was arrested in Cleveland, Ohio on charges relating to attempted endangering of children and disseminating matter harmful to juveniles. Jesus. So an officer stated that a 15-year-old victim who had established a relationship with Drake several years prior attended his concert in December 2017, and while there, Bell violated his duty of care, and in doing so created a risk of harm to the victim. So... well, it's like a lot of fancy garbage.
It's a lot.
That's like, well, it's just like, I hate how they always like kind of like, just tell me what exactly what he did. Yeah. So basically, they found that Bell had sent the minor inappropriate social media messages for months leading up to the concert. He was 31 at the time of this happening, and she was like 13, I think.
That's
so like
disgusting.
She was basically like accusing him of grooming her.
Yep.
Which is a really big thing in the media with like a lot of celebrities.
Very big.
So he pleaded not guilty and was freed on a $2,500 personal bond and was ordered to provide a DNA sample. I don't know why.
Well,
he agreed to have no contact with the alleged victim in the case with, and he had his pretrial scheduled for June 23rd. And then on that day, he pleaded guilty to both charges, which was like kind of shocking to everyone because they're like, oh, so he's going to plead guilty.
He didn't want to go to trial.
He got a deal. Yeah. It doesn't
and if he brought, like maybe the DNA thing, I don't know. I don't know.
I think he just like made a deal because he just was like, fuck, okay.
1,000%.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then on July 12th, his victim made a public appearance and statement accusing him of sexually assaulting her while she was underage.
Ooh.
In a quote from her, she said that the pain that the defendant has caused me is indescribable and it worsens every day. She's now 19 and said, being used by somebody who meant the world to me has left me feeling more hurt than I've ever been before. And in addition to the endangerment charges, he was sentenced to 2 years of probation and 200 hours of community service, which he can do in California because this was all like in Cleveland, Ohio.
So annoying.
And then, yeah, he's, like, never allowed to talk to the victim. So, like, the thing is, like, I don't think he's, like, doing any jail time for it.
Well, that's, like, again, we can always have the, like, jail system, judicial, I can't say that word, judicial system. It's, like, so fucked up. Like, you have people in jail for 30 years who, you know, had a joint on them, and marijuana is now legal. Yeah. And you have this guy who's 31 who, you know, pleaded guilty to sexually assaulting a minor, and he has 2 hours of community service. Like, make it make sense.
I know. I don't
anyway, just want to say.
So,
it's confusing.
Where is he now? It's only been a month since. So, throughout the scandal, he had actually made it public that he had been married since 2018 and had a son. Like, he kept it. Yeah.
Whoa,
he kept it completely private.
That. Oh, shoot.
And I just, like, I think it's so... He did it to kind of try and get people away from the bad press. Or people be like, oh my God, he's married and has a kid. It's very similar to, like, when Kevin Spacey was accused of sexually assaulting a male. And he's like, yes, I did that, but also I'm gay, by the way. I did it because I'm gay. Give me sympathy because I've been closeted this whole time, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like I've changed. You know, I'm now, in Drake's case, I'm now a father and a husband. I know I would never do this now.
Yeah, exactly. So I literally just made notes of he just looks like a dirty, gross dude. And Josh Peck is so smart from parting ways from him, because he is now thriving. And there was also a thing
he wasn't invited to his wedding.
Yeah, he was not invited to Josh's wedding. But like, I just remember seeing like David Dobrik's like vlogs because he's like absolutely obsessed with that show that he brought Drake on. So like there was like the two of them, and like to me they looked really awkward together.
They looked really, well, yeah, they're not friends anymore. And clearly, I mean, knowing the type of dude he is, just based on this story, I'm sure Josh parted ways for specific reasons. Yeah, you know?
But I bet you like Drake only went on like David's vlogs. He's like, oh shit, this kid's like really relevant, and he just like put up with it.
Well, David like put Drake and Josh back on the market, like for those kids, because the people that are watching David wouldn't have grown up with iCarly, or maybe they've grown up with iCarly, but they wouldn't have grown up with Drake and Josh. So like I'm sure there was this surge of that.
That's true.
And like people are watching like Drake now. Like Drake, he's lucky that David had him on his vlogs.
That's
you know,
true.
like
that's so true.
So it's very interesting. Very interesting.
Well, that is it for Drake Bell, the dirty, gross man-child.
Yeah, which he got jail time, but I'm happy that at least he's getting some community service.
I don't know, maybe it's still TBD.
Maybe it's TBD. I mean, like, things like this is ongoing. I'm sure it's not fully closed if it just happened a couple weeks ago, so
it was like literally like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, so maybe there's still sentencing to be done.
Interessant. Okay, let's move over to my childhood hero, like idol, like I loved her so much, Amanda Bynes. I don't know if you felt the same way.
I love her movies.
I wanted to be her. Like when I watched Sydney White, I had the same hairstyle where I'd have the really long pieces in front of my face until my mom said that's an absolutely horrible hairstyle. Like,
wait, did you know she was wearing a wig in that movie?
Don't do that to me.
She did.
Don't shatter my dreams.
Because I watched it like maybe a year or two ago, and I was like,
me too. I never noticed
bad.
it.
Like it looked bad. I'm not gonna lie. And I just think it's funny how you wanted to emulate the hairstyle.
I like loved her, but
she fried her hair from being in Hairspray.
Oh yeah, okay. I knew about the frying of the Hairspray thing.
And they wanted her to have brown hair to look like a kind of like frumpy everyday girl.
Crazy.
Sydney White.
Yeah. Oh my God, so good. But we'll get there. You know, we're getting ahead of ourselves. My fault. So rise to fame, very similar to Drake and Josh. Amanda grew up on the stage. She got her big break at the age of 9. Prior to that, she obviously did commercials and things like that. But I never noted there wasn't like huge campaigns or anything. But at the age of 9, she was casted on All That, which was a zany sketch comedy show hosted for kids by kids was their tagline. And funny enough, Nick Cannon and Kenan Thompson.
There's a lot of people that have been on that show. It's kind of like the SNL for kids.
I know, 1,000%. And I, like, every time I think about All That, I think about Kenan and Nick Cannon. They, like, did a repetitive sketch where they would be, like, fast food waiters. Do you remember that? They would wear white and red outfits.
Yes.
And, like, it was skits inside the fast food restaurant. Like,
it wasn't Good Burger, was it?
It's something like that.
I know which one it was.
So it's like, I always have flashbacks of those two.
Didn't they also dress up like women with, like, really long nails?
Yes,
too.
Yeah, like grandmas.
They were good.
They were so good, and like it makes sense that Keenan is now like on SNL. So.
He will not ever leave SNL though.
No,
like he's like the longest standing person on there.
He never really branched out. If I'm not really like a huge fan, so I don't know. But like he's not really known for anything else. So if he left SNL, like I don't think that would be a smart move.
I think he did the Fat Albert movie, and that was it.
Yeah, dude, stay with SNL. I have watched that movie a couple times when I was a kid. But anyway, fast forward to 3 years. In 1999, she became the lead actor on her own Nickelodeon spin-off, The Amanda Show, which we've learned about.
Amanda Show.
So good. I love the show so much personally. Like I'll never forget like her sketches like in her room with that laptop talking to her writing in her diary, the fake teeth, like
the Penelope Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, oh my god, like literally dead. Like I loved it. It's just so funny to think that it was only on for 4 years when I thought it was like my whole childhood.
It was such an iconic show. Block Bleaster was my favorite.
Oh my god. I love like that she's just comedic gold. Like to be 11 or 12 on there and like running your own show, a comedy show.
Do you remember how they did the like Moody's Point, like the little dramatic, but they never finished it.
Yes.
Like, and it was supposed to never be finished, which was the joke, and it drove me insane because as a kid I didn't realize, so I just kept waiting and like watching every single episode I could because I was like, I need to know who's the real Moody.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, I just like so many good things. I feel like we all grew up on it. It was like all our favorite shows, and like Nickelodeon and Disney did reruns really well because like I didn't realize, but all these shows like That's So Raven and like Sweet Life, they were only on for like 2 to 3, 4 years.
That's So Raven was the longest running show, I think.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it actually like broke records. But yeah, it's kind of crazy because they were just like always playing them, never like in it. The thing that's fabulous, they weren't in order of anything, so you could watch them completely out of order at any time.
It was so good. It was so good. So yeah, that was an iconic show that a lot of actors got their start on, like Drake Bell and Josh Peck. It was after that show, like her career like skyrocketed. She also got a lot of Teen Choice Awards for Amanda Show, and her other show that I'll get into later. But yeah, she was like known for the it girl for teen comedies, romances. Some of like my absolute favorites that she's been in are Big Fat Liar with Frankie Munez, genius, and Noah loves it. We watch it like very frequently. What a Girl Wants, when she finds out her dad Colin Firth is like the British politician. She flies over to London and she's like so embarrassing. She like meets that really hot guy. Love that one. And then She's the Man.
That one, I literally just watched it a couple weeks ago.
I watched it last week. It's so good. It's like filmed in Burnaby, like right by my house. Like,
no way.
Yeah, Burnaby Village Museum is the school. Anyway, like obsessed. Hairspray. I can't tell you how
she did a really good job.
Me and my sister saw Hairspray 7 times in theaters, and then we went to one sing-along in the theater. Like, when I tell you we were obsessed.
I think you've told me this before.
And, like, we were in musical theater. We did Hairspray for, like, our end-of-year show. Like, when I tell you I was obsessed, and especially with, like, Penny, like, I loved her. Like, I thought she was, like, so funny. So, like, huge favorite. Sydney White, as we know, one of my favorites.
I feel like Sydney White was, like, her last movie.
Easy A was her last one. Which was good. Yeah, she's such a good bully in that one. But however, my all-time favorite piece of work she's ever done is her show, What I Like About You.
I totally forgot about that show.
It's the best show. It ran for 4 years about her. Her name was Holly, and she lived with her sister in New York because her mother died, and her dad like moved to China for work for like literally ever. Like just left her. And it was just like them growing up. Like they opened a bakery, and like she fell in love with Vince, who was like so freaking hot. Like I just like love that show. And then like her sister gets married to that fireman drunk one night in Vegas. Like it's epic. It's like the epic show. It's epic.
It is a really good show.
It needs to get on the streaming platform.
I never watched it in order though. It was one of those sporadic ones.
Oh my god, it was like my absolute, like I can't tell you like how much I love that show.
But I actually remember seeing a TikTok where like they had it on one of the streaming platforms. I don't know which one. I think it's one of the ones like a Hulu or something in the States that we don't have access to. But someone made a TikTok being like, the intro is different. It's not the like What I Like About You song. They didn't get the license.
Yeah, I saw that as well. So lame. I'm like, that's what the show's about. Yeah, it's like Friends not getting like the Friends song. Yeah, it's so weird.
Like, okay, but we like Lilix is the group that did that song. Like, what the fuck is Lilix doing? Like, why wouldn't you license it?
What? You get royalties.
What are you working on right now?
People would download it like 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Idiots.
So one perks of being super famous is that you get to date hot actors.
Oh yeah, who has she dated?
Amanda's done quite a few, and hats off to her. So she's dated quite a few. She's dabbled in that pool. So I pulled out a few notable ones, if you will. Our boy Drake Bell was one of her first boyfriends from 1999 to 2001. They obviously met on the Amanda Show. It was young love. They were 13. And yeah, that fizzled out. But 13. 13, they did it for 2 years. I feel like that's pretty impressive.
That's a lot for being that age, but I feel like in celebrity years that's 18.
No, 1,000%. And then after that, Frankie Munez. This was
ew.
This has not been confirmed by either of them, but it's been such a solid rumor all these years that I just choose to believe it.
He looks like a monkey. I'm sorry, he's disgusting. He was always he was a cute little kid, but I could never in a million years look at that kid romantically.
Couldn't kiss him at all. But anyway,
do you know what he looks like now, though?
Yeah.
Dirty old gross dude. Number 2 of this.
Literally looks the same, but just 20 years older.
And has no hair. It's literally halfway back.
Frankie, but apparently they dated from 2002 and 2003. My all-time favorite boyfriend, Nick Zano, who was Vince from What I Like About You.
Oh, they dated in real life.
They only dated for a year, but they hit every red carpet, and I was like, yes, I love them so much. That's my personal favorite. And then this one just completely shocked me, and they only dated for a couple months, but I needed to tell you, but Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy.
What?
Yeah, so she did a couple of voices on Family Guy.
How much older than her?
15 years older. Apparently they only dated for a couple months, but I'm like, that's just a little zany. A little out there. Isn't that crazy?
This explains a lot more,
honestly,
as to why she went cuckoo.
Cuckoo fucking chew. So her last acting gig, like I said, was in 2010 for Easy A, and it was after that her mental health took a turn. In a tweet, she announced her retirement at the age of 24, saying that being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love something anymore, I stop doing it. I don't love acting, so I've stopped doing it. She quickly turned from her sweet it girl to a reckless party girl, sadly, most childhood actors, because they're just overstimulated and
they just got too much money to burn.
And it's bound to happen when you've been in this industry from 9 years old. You're gonna be kind of brainwashed, so I feel really bad for them. And in 2012 she was arrested for her first DUI, and then just a month after that,
I feel like DUIs are just a rite of passage.
That no one should do, but yeah, childhood,
for celebrities,
for childhood stars, everyone has one.
It confuses me the most, because you have more money than the average. Get a driver. Take a taxi. Do you think it's just they need to leave in their shiny car or something?
I'm not glorifying DUIs, but when Khloe Kardashian got hers and they were coming to pick up, and Kim Kardashian was taking selfies, she's like, Kim, stop taking pictures. We're picking your sister up from jail.
Your sister's going to jail.
Yeah. So Amanda Bynes got her rite of passage DUI in 2012, and then just a month later, she was arrested for a hit and run.
Oh.
That same year, she was arrested another 2 times for more hit and run incidents, and her driving privileges were revoked. Surprise, surprise, that did not stop her. She got behind the wheel and was pulled over shortly after having a suspended license. Also, I'll tell you what happened to her after, but another slew of crazy things. We all know she loves Twitter, and that's kind of where she goes to for her rants. And pretty darkly, she publicly accused her father of physical, emotional, and sexual assault. However, later, everything that she's tweeted, she's recanted those claims and said that a microchip was implanted in her brain, causing her to make those accusations, and those were false. Finally, later after that, she announced that she has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and manic depression.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
It sounds about right, and I'm at least... hope now that she has a diagnosis, hopefully we can get her some treatment and get her better. She appeared in court May of 2013, where she faced 3 misdemeanor charges related to an incident revolving a bong allegedly tossed from her apartment window. She was charged with tampering with physical evidence, reckless endangerment, and criminal possession of marijuana. On top of that, she was also sentenced to 3 years probation for the driving on a suspended license. If her criminal behavior wasn't enough red flags for people, the public started to show real concern during this time. She would show up to court in really crazy wigs.
Yeah.
She'd have the piercings.
Oh, the piercings in the cheeks were so fucked up.
And then obviously later on she has that heart tattoo that's more recent on the face.
Is it real?
It's real, yes. Isn't that crazy? But this was also the time where she started to tweet some really cryptic and strange things. This is her famous tweet about saying Drake murdering her vagina. And she said that, which is, that went viral. That,
it never gets old.
It never gets old. And you know what? Drake did that. What's going on? Did you ever respond to that? I would love.
Wait, but she was talking about Champagne Poppy Drake, right? Or was she talking about? No, we're not talking about Drake Bell.
Jesus Christ, no! Champagne Poppy.
I can imagine Drake Bell, even if he tried.
He would actually
gross
murder the vagina because he wouldn't know what to do. And then.
He's just so gross.
He's not getting 10 feet near my vagina. Back up, boy. And then, sorry, not to laugh because this is... And then she also tweeted and accused that Chris Brown beat Rihanna because she wasn't pretty enough. So just those are two very harsh examples of kind of the slew of crazy things that she was tweeting. Or sorry, not crazy, insensitive things and false things that she was tweeting. In the same year, in 2013, after a 72-hour mental health evaluation hold, her mother was granted a temporary conservatorship over her net worth due to her numerous criminal and erratic behaviors. In 2016, they revisited her conservatorship, and although she appeared to doing better, they extended it to 2020, which is crazy. That's 4 years.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. So, after years of cryptic social media posts, she would disappear and reappear with different handles. And so because in her conservatorship she was actually banned, she had to delete all her social media because she wasn't allowed to tweet about all that stuff because it was harming her mental health and it was all fake. So she would pop up here and there with new names, and then constantly denying that she doesn't drink, she doesn't take drugs, but it wasn't until 2018 where she sat down with Paper Magazine. I don't remember if you remember that.
I was going to say, I remember. It was a really bad interview.
Yeah, it was a bad interview, but it's that was Amanda Bynes style. She would appear for an interview and then drop off the face of the earth for 6 years.
She was doing well, but the interviewer just kept trying to get the juice out of her. She was just trying to be I'm in fashion school, I'm trying to be a normal human being, and she's yeah, but what's going on? Are you still doing drugs?
No, it was insane. So when she sat down with them, it was very uncomfortable. She had admitted after her retirement that she started hanging out with a seedier crowd, and that's when her drug and alcohol abuse started. But she was doing well, and she was in school, and things were really looking up to for her. Excuse me. Sometime in between 2018 and 2020. Again, hard to discern because she goes off the face of the earth, but Amanda dropped out of fashion school and relapsed. However, in 2020, her lawyer released a statement saying that she's seeking ongoing treatment for mental health. Within this period, she actually met and got engaged to her fiance, Paul Michael. I don't know if I ever remember, she came out and she faked a pregnant, not faked, but she alluded to her being pregnant, but that wasn't true as well. I think that was December of 2020.
Oh, I don't know.
And they met in transitional living, after rehab. So we can assume that he was also in rehab, transitioning into a back to normal world society, if you will. So basically, where is she now in 2021? She keeps a very low profile. She's deleted and reinstated her Instagram regularly. I follow her, but since she changed her, I can't find her anymore. And I don't think she has an account at this time. Every 5 months she'll create an account, post one photo, and then the comments will be off, and then she'll delete it. Very, very, very weird. In terms of her conservatorship, she has regained control of her finances, but her mother, Lynn Bynes, still holds the reins on her medical and living expenses. And I feel it was very interesting. I didn't know anything about this conservatorship, and I thought it was very timely, obviously, with Britney Spears. And I truly don't think the Bynes situation was malice or anything. I think it was the right move to get
No, I was just gonna say hers is legitimate, so I'm shocked that she has her money back.
Yeah, so her mom, and then again, there's been no reports of her mom doing anything against her will. This was for her better. Her parents have always been on her side, and so it's very important to differentiate. So her mom holds reins on her medical and living expenses, so anything to do with life choices with her medical, so involuntary holds and stuff like that, making sure that she can talk to her doctors, get her medication, and then living expenses, so she can't go buy a crazy house, but her day-to-day spending, she gets I'm assuming an allowance of some sort, so she has access to that. So I mean, I feel that's probably good, because if she is doing better, then she should have control all of her life in some sort of capacity. Like,
well, it just sounds like she's doing like she has it easier than Britney Spears does, and Britney Spears seems a lot more adjusted than she does.
Like, I mean, sorry to say it, but the difference is, like, her family loves Amanda. You know, like, they're there for the goodness of her, and Britney Spears' dad's there for money and doesn't care about her family.
That's what I'm saying, is, like, if you were, like, a judge looking at both situations, you'd be like, like, she's doing well, and, like, you can very clearly see with Britney's family that, like, they're just leeching.
Yeah, totally. And then there have been multiple reports saying that she has since broken up with her fiance and is single, but there's, like, not a total official statement until her lawyer actually put out a statement a couple months ago ahead of her 35th birthday saying that Amanda is doing great. She lives by the beach, attends school, and is enjoying meditation and soul cycle classes. So from that statement, I think we can assume she's probably single, but, like, doing very well. She's back in school, and, you know, she has, like, her mental health activities like soul cycle meditation, so I hope she's doing well. I freaking love her, and I wish nothing but the best. You know?
I freaking love her too. She must have a pretty decent amount of money in the bank though from all that shit she did, because that was like back in the day when you get paid so much more than people get paid now.
1,000%. Like, and all her videos are on Netflix, so she's getting a paycheck. And like, I don't know, I just feel like as much as I want her to come back to acting, I hope she never does. It's not like, I don't think it helps her mentally, and it seems like she has like a good support system, so I hope all's well with her.
I want her to come back.
I love her so much.
Movies, but I feel like they don't make movies like that anymore.
They don't make movies like that anymore.
That she was iconic for her time.
Iconic.
Now we shall let her rest.
You know, we have a good catalog of videos to watch.
Yes.
Movies or TV shows.
I should watch What a Girl Wants though.
What a Girl Wants, and then I want to rewatch What I Like About You.
We should find that.
We should.
Okay,
we're gonna do it.
To-do list. Speaking of the Spears family, I'm going to talk about Jaime Lynn Spears. Britney Spears' younger sister, aka the untalented one. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Okay. Jaime Lynn Spears. So she was born April 4th, 1991. So she's a year older than us.
Damn.
Me.
Yep. 2 years older than me.
Yep. She was born in Mississippi. She was the third child of James and Lynn Spears.
Sweet.
And I just fucking hate her name. I just have to say that. Who names their child a culmination of your first names as parents? I could not imagine.
Oh, I didn't even.
Jamie is the dad. Lynn is the mom.
I hate that.
Jaime Lynn Spears.
Oh my god, I didn't.
Like, it's fine. Like, it sounds okay, but it's not like Alexander Steven would be a good first name for anyone.
Alex Steven.
It's like Stalix.
like Slex.
But like the audacity to me, like
it's rough.
It's weird.
It's a little weird.
Okay, so of course, she has two older siblings, one of which is the iconic Britney Spears.
Love her. Free Britney.
So Jaime Lynn's first acting experience was actually in the movie Crossroads. The one, like, the movie that Britney was in. Yeah, she played, like, the younger version of Britney, like, in, like, the flashbacks, like, when she was a kid and stuff like that. And apparently she got such good reviews from that. That's when she got cast also in Nickelodeon's All That.
Oh, my God, I also didn't
She
know
was
that.
in the 8th and 9th season, so she was, like, a little bit... And, like, I remember when she was cast, I was like... Oh my god, just because she was Britney Spears' sister, I like shit myself. I was like, oh my god, I would run home to watch All That every day after school. I loved her. And so from there, she got really good reviews from critics within like the comedy space. Like they were just like, thumbs up, love this girl.
I did not know this.
Yeah, and like so she only did the 2 seasons and then like she dropped, she didn't do the last one, which was season 10, which was like the very last season that All That ever did, just to like pursue other opportunities because I guess she was doing so well. That's when they started thinking about doing the Zoe 101 show. The iconic
I love
Zoe 101.
I know you see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today?
Oh.
Her and the sidekicks.
Okay, fun fact.
Sorry.
Britney Spears wrote that song.
Of course she did. What an icon.
And then, of course, Jaime Lynn fucking sang it. But it would have been so much better if Britney did it.
Yeah, but Jamie's got to have her moment.
Does she though? Okay. So anyways, so they started thinking about putting a show together just for Jaime Lynn in August of 2004. We already talked about the song. So the show finally premiered January 9th, 2005 and was the network's highest rated series premiere in over 8 years.
It was honestly an epic show.
It was such a cool concept. Like as a kid, you're
So
like,
cool.
wow, you get to go to
Boarding school.
do whatever the fuck you want. Like no parents to tell you what to do. Like they're just living life like little mini adults.
And the sidekick phones, like I wanted one. I had so the Canadian version was the LG chocolate, and I got one just because of Zoe 101.
I feel like an LG chocolate is nowhere near as cool as a sidekick.
Shut the fuck up.
I really want a sidekick too.
That's Canada in a nutshell.
I know.
Not the just a knockoff. What a cool It was so cool. LG, man.
Oh man, such a cool phone. So cool. So of course from here she went on to win Young Artist Awards at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for her performances in this show. And even with all of its popularity, the show had to come to an end after 4 seasons on May 2nd, 2008. The reason being, on December 20th of 2007, in an interview with OK Magazine, Jamie Lynn announced that she was pregnant by her former boyfriend, Casey Aldridge, and she was only 16 years old at the time.
Yeah.
I remember when this dropped, I was like, oh my God, because she's only a year older than me. I was like,
I'll never forget.
What? Like, I was 15 years old, and I was like, what? Like, it's just like a Nickelodeon show. It was just like the first thing. Because like, there's people like after her, like Miley Cyrus, who did like outrageous shit. But
but this was the first of its kind.
It really was. And like, it was such an odd time because like there was a ton of controversy because mainly the media was glamorizing teen pregnancy because also like who was it, like Bristol Palin, Sarah Palin's daughter, also like 16 or 17, also got pregnant. And so everyone was just like, that's when Teen Mom, I'm pretty sure, came out too, because there was just like such baby fever with teenage girls. Weird. It was so weird.
I watched it.
Like the media was glamorizing it. And then a lot of people were pissed because she was like such a good girl on screen. They're like, we had no idea you were capable of doing such a thing.
You're having sex.
Yeah, like
you're the devil.
Sex. Oh my goodness. So, of course, Nickelodeon released a statement after she announced, stating that they respected her decision to take responsibility and noting that its primary concern was just for her well-being. But that was, like, literally why the show ended.
Oh, I know. They cut ties
like,
real quick.
People were pissed because they didn't end it properly. It actually ended on the worst cliffhanger.
Right.
It was, like, Chase, like, the one who's been in love with her the entire time.
Yes.
And like, they left
walked away.
Huh? But wasn't it like he had to read a message on her phone or something, and like they literally just never closed the loop on if he ever told her how she felt or how he felt about her.
Right, it was like a scavenger hunt, or like he was stealing her phone or something.
Sidekicks.
Right. Oh my God, I totally remember that. Yeah, that was just like disappointing.
That's just like such shitty timing.
And it's like, I understand she's 16 and we shouldn't glamorize pregnancy at 16, but it's like, you could have covered her pregnancy up. People have done it. Like, you don't have to cut ties just because she's now a mom. Like,
it was gonna come out at some point.
No, but I mean, like, she could still work and be pregnant. Like, I know she's 6. I don't know.
I just don't think they wanted to set that precedent.
You're right.
Because like they would get so much shit.
But again, like, it comes back
because then people would just be like, "You're encouraging this."
It's totally. But at the same time, like, you can't fire a pregnant person. Like,
I honestly don't even think that the network did it. Like, she probably walked.
Oh, I'm sure she did. No, I'm sure she did.
Because, like, I bet you they were going to try, but probably at that time, too, like, Britney Spears was also in her own shit scandals.
That's true. That's true.
Like, I don't remember what year it was. I'm pretty sure it was 2008. The bald-headed smashing the window.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was 2008.
2008. Yeah.
Same fucking year.
Okay, there you go.
So, crazy shit going on with the Spears family. So... where was I? Oh,
Get your notes. Pregnancy.
Okay, so basically, she disappeared for 5 years from the public eye to raise her child. So I think it was a little bit of that as well. So I'm going to fast forward to June, July of this year.
Oh, shoot. Where's she
Another
at?
fast forward, because people have just been absolutely dragging her through the media because of what we were just talking about, Britney Spears' conservatorship. So... to break it down simply, basically Britney Spears has been accusing her entire family of using her money and putting themselves on payroll and just like using all of her funds when she doesn't have like full access to everything. And like that's like a whole other like larger story. So I'm just going to talk about like Jamie Lynn's involvement in it. So Jamie Lynn came out specifically to say that she is not on the payroll and called herself a hashtag broke bitch, like in Instagram stories. Like she did this whole thing being like,
I kind of saw them.
Yeah, she's like, no, like I don't have any money. Like I don't get anything from her. But she was in charge of Britney's trust, which basically was like meant for her children. And I can't remember, and I couldn't find it anywhere, but she put it in trust of a company that like somehow her father owned. So it's like they're just kind of like overlapping and making it look really shady. So like she was meant to look like this good person. She's like, no, look, I did good. But then after people like dug shit up, they're like, your dad like owns part of this company.
Yeah, shady shit.
So like your sister's money being in there is also benefiting him. So she went on to post an image of herself wearing a red dress with the caption, "May the peace of the Lord be with you and your spirit," with a little peace and heart emoji. And right after that, Britney went on to post, "May the Lord wrap your mean ass up in joy today, P.S. red," and then put like 3 red roses just to like really tell people it's about my sister's image. And once fans made the connection between these 2 posts, they both went and like changed their captions and just like reduced them down. But like, I love a good petty sister.
So good.
Social media fight.
Please keep it public. And then also that totally shows that like Britney now has control over social media.
Yeah.
So thank God.
I love it. Okay, but I have to admit though, like Britney has crazy eyes. Like there's something like not 100% there.
No, I'm sure there's something up, but a little crazy.
And but honestly, I think like the conservatorship made her like that though. Like, I think she was probably fine. Like she just went through a rough time. She just had to figure it out. But like them putting her through like 13 years of that just made her go nuts.
It completely brainwashed her and like mentally drained her, I'm sure. And then also it's like partly how she does her makeup. She does a lot of smudgy.
She has kind of like droopy eyes though. Like that's just what she's always had. And she's just not helping her case. And she never does her hair properly.
Yeah, so I feel like she could probably get there.
The thing is, I was like, in the things like they don't allow her to have like a glam team,
right? Rude.
Because they don't want anyone to have close relationship with her.
I digress. Yeah, I hate that.
I digress. So the latest drama in the past couple of days has been that Jamie Lynn claims again that she's never received any money from her sister's estate, but now there are reports saying that Britney's money actually paid for a condo for Jamie Lynn in Florida. Jamie Lynn has claimed that this condo has been her own on like several occasions, despite saying she is not on the payroll. Like, so people took screenshots of like her tweets answering questions around Christmas where she's like, "I love going to my condo in Florida. It's like it houses so many people. I'm always so blessed when we're there." And so it's like all these like little things, which like to defend her a little bit, it's not like you'd be like, "Oh, I love going to my sister's apartment in Florida," which she bought. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna just like dwindle it down.
Yep.
But basically Britney did buy that condo back in 2001, but Jamie has been caught calling it on her own multiple occasions. And now she's basically backpedaling at this point, saying like, "Oh no, we only stay at the Ritz-Carlton," and denies that like no one has ever bought her like a place at the beach or anything like that.
Loser.
And so I think this girl is just like trying to survive all of this, to be honest. Like there's just so much shit going on with the family, but I think there's a lot to be like unearthed and uncovered with what's happening with Britney Spears.
I think this is just the beginning. Yeah. Like, I think Jamie Lynn, in her mind, she's like, "I'm going to go on live and I'm going to get back in the media and I'm going to look really good." And then it completely backfired because I don't think she expected Britney to call her out. You know?
I don't think so either. But like overall, like I just don't think there's no way she hasn't seen a penny of her sister's estate. I mean, you owe
1,000%.
your entire life to your sister.
What is she doing right now that makes her money?
Yeah. And like now, because people are kind of coming after her, like she's posting images with her kids, but like blurring their faces out or putting stickers on their faces. I'm like, how about you just don't post a picture with your kids?
A lot of celebrities do that. I'm like, not the time. Just delete them. We don't need to see it.
Yeah. Well, there's like a lot of situations. Like there's actually like some influencers that do it. I'm like, no one cares that much.
No one cares at all. No.
Oh, do you like that little ASMR?
I love it.
Oh my God.
Hello. I hate this. Let's move on.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
I don't know. That's pretty much it on Jamie Lynn Spears, because I mean that's just caught up in where we're at. But like this girl, like it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse, and like
to see where it lands.
We'll report back because like we're watching closely. I'm gonna end this episode on a very short one, but I think it's very relevant, so I thought that we put it in. Kyle Massey. You're probably like, who the frick is that guy? That's a Raven. If that might ring a bell, the brother of that Raven. That's a Raven. So Kyle Massey himself is like Nickelodeon adjacent. His brother Christopher Massey was a Nickelodeon star. He was on Zoe 101. Michael Barrett, The Best Friend.
It took me so long to figure that out. I just kept noticing that.
I found it out yesterday.
No way. Really?
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I noticed that their last names were like the same, like in the opening credits, and I was like, that's kind of like a unique last name. And then I was like, oh, they're brothers.
It was so funny.
Huh.
I never pieced it together. And then Kyle was actually a Disney star, but I think just because he's so relevant and he's Nickelodeon adjacent, so we're going to talk about him, okay? Okay, so Kyle got his rise to fame by... I cannot speak. Let me start that again. Kyle got his rise to fame by the iconic Disney show That's So Raven in 2003. Like the look that you would get.
So Raven, it's a future I can see. That's so Raven.
I can't remember. That's such an iconic show.
To me.
Literally so bad. He was Corey Baxter. He was the brother, like the shit little brother. Like it just like iconic show. Like I loved it so much. Again, very wholesome. Also very different for Disney because they were in high school. Like again, they looked old.
I think it was different for Disney too because it was like the first like black family, like full black show. Yeah, so it
was awesome. And then, you know, after That So Raven ended in 2007, he was the lead in the spin-off show, Corey in the House. I don't know if you remember that. Him and his father moved to the White House because his father is now the chef in the White House. Like, so iconic. Again, I watched it as well. I just feel bad for people, you know, kids these days. They're never going to get the
experience.
Like, our Disney experience and Nickelodeon was prime.
Yeah.
It's just so good, you know? Anyway, if you're not a kid, if you weren't a kid or a Disney fan, you probably like didn't know who he was, and because he didn't branch out much from Disney. Like he didn't have a lot on his IMDb page in terms of acting. From 2010 to 2014, he was the lead actor in a cartoon series called Fish Hooks, and in 2010 he was a contestant on the 11th season of Dancing with the Stars, and he finished runner up.
Isn't he super short?
Super short, but like that, I mean, all dancers are pretty short.
But I just find it like weird. Like, how can you dance properly with a dance partner who I'm assuming was taller than him?
That's true. That's
like,
true.
how can you have a graceful
He probably had
flow?
lifts in his shoes. Who knows? I just made that up. That's allegedly. But yeah, so good for him. He made it runner-up. That probably boosts his fame a little bit more. In 2014, he ventured into the music world as a rapper. He does have some credentials of him like rapping for like movies and shows and things like that. But the little fun tidbit is that him and his brother became a duo called the Massey Boys with a Z. Unfortunately, they didn't become the next big thing, and I can't recall one song that they did.
Anything that ends in a Z is chuggy.
Chuggy! Full circle! 1,000%. No, 1,000%. Anyway, so like apparently they were a rap duo. I couldn't name you one thing. They didn't get any awards. They didn't make it. But I
could have told you that from its conception that was never going to happen.
1,000%. Well, they never became a household name. Like it is like, let's get credit where credit's due. He had a steady success and continued to act. From 2018 to 2020, he was in the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then in this year, actually, he was in a new series called Millennials. Obviously, only one season because it was out this year. And he's been spotted in multiple of Jake Paul's like vlogs and stuff, and he hangs out with them. I've seen them in the vlogs of other people.
He's kind of like the off-brand Josh Peck and a David Dobrik vlog.
No, 1,000%, because I do think I've seen him in a vlog squad. Like he does hang out with like the YouTubers of them all, and it was like in a Jake Paul movie or something, like very weird.
Ew.
But with most celebrities, they face some sort of controversy, and his one is very much like Drake Bell. So in 2019, a lawsuit was filed accusing him of sexual misconduct with a minor. The plaintiff's attorney demanded $1.5 million, or else they're going to go to the public with the accusations, and they're going to go public of what he did. He, Massey put out a statement and said, "My family and I reject the extortion attempt because I have faith that the legal process will reveal the truth. I have retained attorney, blah, 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 to guide my family." So basically, he came out and saying, like, put out the information, like, I'm good, like, I'm not, there's nothing wrong. They put out
he's probably like, I don't have enough money.
Yeah, he's like, shit, yeah. So the accusations became public. Since the victim was a minor, she is dubbed as Jane Doe in the rest of the story. So Jane and Kyle knew each other for years. She met when she was only 4 years old on an acting gig, and then no, don't worry, she's older when something happened. Sorry,
it's not the girl that was on the show, was it?
Well, she's a minor, so we don't know. But no, she wasn't like a famous actor or anything. So she met him when she was like 4 on an acting gig, like I think some sort of like extra or something. And Kyle actually stayed in touch with her family, like the mom and dad, to be kind of like a mentor because she did want to become an actor.
That's
right,
very Michael Jackson.
And he would like text her to say like, come out and stay with me and my girlfriend in LA when she was like 13, like we'll get you on Corey in the House, and all that stuff, because she really wanted to audition with Corey in the House. So he like invited her out, and then The suit alleges that Kyle offered to fly Jane out and have her live with him and his girlfriend. It escalated from there, and the lawsuit alleged Kyle began to send Jane Doe numerous sexual explicit text messages, images, and videos, which were all downloaded. They got them from Snapchat.
Snapchat provided it?
Yeah, or like, I don't know how they got it, but the archive, they got the footage.
And that just goes to show Snapchats really do not disappear after 10 seconds. They really do not.
So these allegedly included videos of Massey's girlfriend as well, and a Snapchat image of Massey holding his penis, as well as another alleged lewd text. So Jane was allegedly 13 at the time, and Massey was 27.
Wait, so is the girlfriend being dragged into it too if she's in the pictures? Or does she not know?
No, it's just his side. His side we're showing, because I don't think it never really was clear what she did, but I'm assuming she didn't engage in it. Or if she did, she was 13 and didn't know any better, and that's grooming.
No, the girlfriend of his. I thought you said she was involved.
The girlfriend she was involved. Apparently some pictures she was involved. They didn't say how she was involved, but she was in some of the lewd texts and pictures as well. So, like I said, she was 13 at the time, and Massey was 27. This all happened between December 2018 and January 2019, and happened over the Snapchat social media platform. Massey, 29 now, has been charged with 1 count of communication with a minor for immoral purposes in King County's Superior Court in Washington. So, fast forward, where is he specifically now in this 2021? He's still dealing with this legal drama. It's kind of like an open case. On July 12th, a warrant was issued for his arrest after he missed his 8:30 a.m. court appearance from the arraignment on charge of the immoral communication with a minor. And like I said, July 12th, that was like literally a couple weeks ago. When he didn't appear, the judge signed a $100,000 warrant for his arrest. This was his second court miss appearance, the first one being a few weeks prior on June 28th. He hasn't posted on IG for 5 weeks. He's turned his comments on. However, he was spotted leaving a gym in LA a week after the warrant was released. So it's unclear what will happen, what has happened, if he's made
so he's like, that's where things are at?
Yeah, it's only been a couple days.
Where he is.
No one knows where he is. There hasn't been an update as to, obviously he hasn't been arrested, but he was spotted, leaving a gym 5 days ago, and that was the only picture they've ever seen of him since he fled the court, or not fled the court, but never showed up.
Sick way to go out, but definitely not guilty.
Just turn yourself in, and again, this is an ongoing case, so there could be updates, within the next couple weeks. I'm sure there will be if there's photos now surfacing of him. So we'll keep you abreast.
Jesus. I wonder, what is with... Well, okay, I guess, there's not a ton that we know of, but, even, Drake Bell and Kyle Massey, do you wonder, they're not going after women, their own age because they're ew, you were on Disney Channel, you were fucking young and gross? I don't know, because, it's not just Disney Star. All of these people are going... There's so many people with minor... Yeah. He very much, he was kind of going the R. Kelly route. Very
R. Kelly, and, it's just, it begs the question mentally, what's going on in all these guys and females sometimes minds.
I think it's just celebrity syndrome. They're just they
can get anyone. Or maybe it's a control thing. They're younger, grooming, very much grooming. They can be the person I want to because they're only 13. I can groom them to be the perfect person. Ew.
I don't know. But could you just imagine being Kyle Massey? I'm sorry, I never thought he was good looking.
Ever.
Never. He's always just pudgy little kid.
He's just the cute little brother.
Yeah, but could you imagine him walking onto set of Corey in the house? Let's say it's going into season 3 and he's I'm the fucking man. It's just you're on a Disney show.
Totally.
You are not that good looking.
It's very much like Corey Baxter. He always thought he was the shit and stuff like that. So we related his characters.
Epitome of that character.
Yeah, a little dark way to end it, but I felt those were the I can't speak.
Necessity?
Nope. Necessary people to cover. You guys, I'm very tired.
I feel there's more people we could do. There's a lot of people that have faded into obscurity.
I would love to do a Disney, where are they now? Disney characters.
Lelaine from Lizzie McGuire show.
Who's that?
Miranda.
Oh my god, would love. Where the fuck is she?
I think she got into coke.
Love that. For her.
I think actually she was going to be on the reboot of Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, they were, and Gordo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do a Disney. I would even Allison, what's her, Stoner? Allie,
was she on Disney?
She was on Camp Rock, And she's now like she's like going. I love Camp Rock. Yeah, but we could do like we can talk about the Jonas Brothers. Obviously, everyone knows where they are. But like Alison Stoner, who like did Camp Rock, and then she like kind of faded. She did Cheaper by the Dozen.
Did you see though? Like
and
not too long ago,
she's at VidCon. She's going to VidCon.
Oh yeah,
YouTube,
she's always at the VidCon.
Like very interesting.
But like you should go to her YouTube channel. She actually did like a 30-minute video about like how she was just like absolutely not abused, but just like being a young kid, like a young actor, like how hard she had to work and like how she just felt very taken advantage of. It was like a very serious like little docu video.
Yeah, needless to say, this is like a new type of show that we're doing. Where are they now? So we're gonna pick either one person or a group of like similar people to like talk about. I'm very excited about the series.
Yeah, so this was kind of Nickelodeon. We'll do Disney next.
And then we'll pick like individual people that probably do
like the 90s, like like teenage dramas, like One Tree Hill was the 2000s, but like Dawson's Creek, like stuff like that.
Even like The Hills, because they did a reboot, but we can like talk about like the main characters and like
I didn't watch it, so that's gonna be all you.
Okay, we won't do it. Or like even like Gossip Girl, like it just ended 8 years ago, but like people who actually sprung into fame and people who didn't become famous, you know.
So, like, did any of them become famous?
Blake Lively and Penn Badgley and Leighton Meester.
No, but, like, what has Leighton Meester done lately?
She's married to Seth Cohen.
That's not an accomplishment.
She was born in jail.
I did know
just
that.
A fun,
but, like, acting-wise, like, career-wise, like, let's not put her with her husband and give her that.
No, I don't think acting-wise she became a huge name, but I think she became, like, a celebrity. Like, she's, like, well-known. Yeah,
she's, like, okay, I'll give it to you. She's, like, a household name.
And she's huge in... charity. I was gonna say
philanthropy. Yeah. Fuck's sakes, man.
Guys, I'm so tired. I can't speak. But she's big in charity and like she's known in that world. So,
ooh, and 90210, the second one, the second one.
Yes, the reboot.
There's only two.
The remake?
I fucking loved that one.
So good. They need to get that back on Netflix.
They do. And like that was also a show that got canceled and they literally had 3 episodes to wrap up the entire thing. So it was pure garbage.
So garbage. I remember
it deserved more than that.
The like airport tarmac. That's the last scene or something. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So this series is gonna be endless. We're gonna talk about all our favorite people.
Perfect. Should we end with our apology of the week?
Please, because I got one.
Okay, mine's like dumb, but it's kind of funny at the same time. My apology of the week goes out to my lash girl because
interesting.
I moving to Coquitlam, I had to get a new lash girl, and
sad.
I'm gonna shorten this story, but like it was like so hard to find someone. Like there was a lot of places, but they're like so expensive, and I'm like, I love to look great, but I like to pay nothing.
Motto. Yeah.
I mean, who wants to pay a ton?
Yeah.
But anyways, I finally found a girl, fabulous, booked with her. She did my lashes. My lashes were a little rough because, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I get like stressed, I pick at my lashes. Like,
that's why I can't have them. I would pick too.
And I don't know where it came from because I've had lashes for like 5 years now, and it literally just started in the last year. Like, I must have just been like over anxiety maybe with the pandemic, maybe. So anyways, so they were rough, but then one night I'm roughhousing on the floor with my dog Poppy, and she fucking, I don't know why, but she like ran over my face. Her paw went in my eye hole. Ew. And then she like launched off of my face, which then resulted in like all of my lashes being ripped off. And to be fair, this was on like a Friday, and I already had an appointment on the Tuesday to get them done. So
pretty
like
convenient.
Pretty convenient. So like they were already like
get me to bed. Like what the fuck?
But they weren't looking like great, but I just remember like the moment where like she jumped off and I was like, I had my hand over my eye and I'm just staring at Steve and I'm like, did she rip off all my eyelashes? He's like, move your hand. I move, and his face said it all. Like, his eyes just got really big. I was like, you're fucking with me. Like, she didn't rip off any. Like, maybe a couple. And he's like, no, she ripped off a lot. Like, there was so many. So, like, and, like, of course, like, you still naturally lose a bunch of lashes. So by the time I got to my girl on Tuesday, I had 2 little doots in the corner. Like, I literally, again, had my hands over my eyes. I was like, I'm so sorry.
Oh, my God.
She stayed late. She gave me a fresh full set, and, like, they look fabulous. I
really like them.
Thank you very much.
Very cute, very cute.
She knows what's up.
She does. Well, with that, goodbye. No, just kidding. That's the end of our show.
Follow us on social media at We Apologize Podcast.
Yes, and We Apologize Advance on TikTok and YouTube.
And our personal ones, Alex_French with 2 X's and 2 H's.
Tony Rose Goulden. That's it.
And then, all right. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you next week, guys. Bye.